Would you like to be able to develop in real life the exact same personality as Itachi? Here's how to do it. As I always say, our favorite characters say more about us than we think. So if your favorite character is Itachi, you can probably replicate his distinctive traits in your daily life to turn them into strengths of your personality. Disclaimer: this video will contain spoilers. Itachi is perhaps the most challenging character I've worked on to date, so I hope the video lives up to expectations because he is a truly intriguing character. He's not my favorite character in Naruto, but he certainly captured my attention once I got to know him. Itachi is an INFJ, the advocate, and belongs to the category of introverted empaths who have extremely deep principles and see the world as a place they must absolutely change for the better. In fact, Itachi has a great power of observation. Being a highly empathetic personality, he sees and feels everything even before it happens. This allows him to always be one step ahead of his enemies. He's profoundly introspective. From childhood, Itachi asked questions and had doubts that 99% of children his age wouldn't have had.
命に意味はない。誰も死にたくなんかないよね。
We know that Itachi is a genius and one of those rare personalities that only come around once in every 100 people. He's emotionally detached. In this world, those who can prioritize rationality over emotions win. Itachi is no exception. Whatever his goal, he never lets emotions take over, putting reason above all else. And he has an absolute confidence in his actions. The principles and values he believes in are unshakable in Itachi's mind, and even though they have led to drastic decisions, which he considers necessary for the greater good, such as the extermination of his clan, he did it to prevent further internal conflict and war within the Leaf Village. He also chose to live as a rogue ninja in exile from his own home, despite being labeled a traitor. However, at times, he isolates himself and suppresses his emotions. None of us can imagine the pain Itachi felt throughout his life, having to give up everything for actions he was forced to take. Emotional suppression is typically a characteristic of an INFJ, and Itachi suppresses his emotions to an extreme degree. While this can help him maintain rationality in difficult situations, it also causes emotional repression that can have negative consequences on his mental health and relationships with others. He's a little bit selfish. Now, the extermination of his entire clan is something I personally don't agree with, because in the end, Itachi didn't do it to save the village, but to save his brother. Maybe someone will disagree with what I'm about to say. Perhaps it's due to my profound ignorance of the Naruto world, and this might go a bit beyond the personality discussion, but in my opinion, Itachi could have handled it differently. In the end, the only thing that truly mattered to him was his brother, and he could have at least revealed to the only person he had left what had happened, even before his death, to avoid carrying the burden of it all. Yes, maybe Sasuke wouldn't have reacted in the best way, as he did after Itachi's death, because we know him well, but I don't know. Maybe they could have found a solution together to avoid at least fighting each other. And he's easily manipulated, besides being a manipulator himself, especially toward his brother, for valid or not so valid reasons, depending on one's perspective. As an INFJ, Itachi was certainly well manipulated by Danzo to do everything he did. He was put in a situation where he had no other choice, to exterminate the clan, promising to at least leave his brother alive, whom he loved more than anyone else. So, how can you replicate Itachi's personality in your life? 3 tips. Number 1, decide what is worth sacrificing in your life and what is not. Of course, you don't have to sacrifice your family. We're talking about fiction here, but INFJs are personalities who tend to sacrifice themselves and everything they have for others because their extreme empathy makes them put others first, often neglecting themselves and their desires. Be careful with this and set appropriate boundaries with people to avoid regretting it in the future, as happened to Itachi. Number 2, be aware of manipulation. You tend to feel others' emotions, so you may sometimes open up too much to the wrong people, and they might use your vulnerabilities against you for their own gain. Don't fall into this trap. Number 3, act in silence. Itachi's ability to keep silent is what set him apart, so aside from keeping silent about your goals and what you think, try not to reveal too much in your life in general. Use silence as a weapon to surprise everyone when you achieve the results you want. Don't talk to people who don't deserve to know. Keep your mouth shut until the right moment. This will certainly make you as attractive as Itachi and avoid major headaches. Which other character would you like to see in the next video? Tell me in the comments.